The Sesh Podcast, episode 223, take 1.
Hi, friends, and welcome back to The Sesh. I'm your host, Kendall.
I am your other host, Janelle, and we're joined by our producers, Karelly and Sydney.
What's
Hello.
up, guys?
Hey, ladies. Forewarning, I have a cold and I sound a little strange, so sorry about that.
Serious announcement.
Very
She
serious
really-
announcement.
It is serious. She's been hacking over
It's
here.
really not that serious at all. I wouldn't be here if it was that serious.
Not hacking. You've been...
I just
sucking,
am eating
snorting.
a lot of boogers, you know?
Yeah. But
But
we were kind of saying before the show, is that ever satisfying to anyone to
Like,
have
to
the
be like-
feeling of snot? Like, congestion
like a
really
big
sucks.
one. Like a
Yes.
like a big load.
Not that I enjoy being sick. Big load.
But like I think people just be honest with yourselves out there, okay?
It's just that
right.
pressure release. Like when you feel so shitty and then you're able to just blow a ton of snot or like suck it down your throat.
Yeah.
See, I like
The
blowing
feeling of
the
going down your
snot,
throat. I
I
like
like
it.
blowing the
but I
snot too.
hate when it goes back down your throat.
Ew,
It
really?
feels awful. Yes.
Kendall
'cause
thought
then-
it went in your lungs.
Where does it go?
In her lungs.
stomach.
No, in your
stomach.
tummy. Janelle taught
Oh,
me.
that
I
makes
mean, it
sense.
has
I
to.
thought it went back in your lungs.
No, it goes to your throat.
I never really thought of it. So when I had bronchitis, I was hacking so much, so I had a plastic bag.
Yeah, she was spinning
I was carrying
her.
around.
I was like, "What are you doing?"
Like, I
She's
don't
like,
I thought I needed to clear what was in my lungs out, so I was trying to like not add it back in. But then, yeah,
"No, I'm pretty sure your nose goes right to your throat, which goes to your stomach."
that would make sense. Yeah, that would
Like,
be
I'm
very
sure a
dangerous
part
if
of
you were,
it-
like swallowing water and it was going in your lungs.
That's like when you.
Down the
Actually,
wrong
I have a really great fact. I'm
Mm.
pretty sure this is real. I looked it up one time. There's like, so you have like two holes. You got your stomach hole and your nose. And when you breathe in, your body knows which one to send it through. So when you're breathing in air, there's a little flap. It's like
Yeah.
opening
Yes.
for the
Yes,
for the lungs.
I know.
And
I
then-
knew this.
Oh,
but
well, I didn't until a couple years ago. And
Oh,
then
okay.
It goes down and it goes to your food
Yeah.
stomach.
yes, or else it would be very problematic,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
So anyways, what I'm saying is I'm pretty sure the crap you're coughing up is going into your stomach.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would make sense. Doesn't John have the like esophagus
Yeah,
issue?
John has a small esophagus. He's been hospitalized for it.
Yeah,
It's scary.
his is pretty intense. My
Yeah.
grandma had it. Isn't there a surgery you can get? I could have sworn my
Probably.
grandma had it like enlarged, but my grandma's got really bad towards the end of her life. But I think Josh has. I think he's been told that he has that going on.
Is it like GERD?
no,
it's like
your esophagus is smaller.
so shit gets caught in there. So
Oh.
you're more prone to choking.
and well, John ripped his open when he had the
Oh.
stomach flu years
Dude,
ago.
I remember that was
That's why he went to the
horrible.
hospital.
By throwing up?
Yeah, he was throwing up so hard
That's
from the
Jared's
stomach
nightmare.
flu.
Oh my god.
So it ripped his esophagus open. He didn't know it, but he started throwing up a ton of blood and then got like really, really sick, like incoherent sick. So they brought him to the ER and they were like, yeah, something's wrong with you. And they did a bunch of tests. They figured out it was his esophagus that ripped open. He was bleeding.
Oh my god.
That's
So then he had to
brutal.
like have something go in there. Like he had to like put out and like something was in there to like look around and then like,
An endoscopy, probably.
and then, yeah, probably.
Little
and then like
camera.
give some thing that like helped, like it was like something he drank or something that like,
Yeah.
helped kind of close the
Get
wound. I don't know.
Ugh. Is it? Do you think?
Interesting. It's like a liquid bandage kind of.
Yeah,
Ban-
from my understanding,
Bandage.
I like a bandage. From my understanding, spinach.
Josh almost like choked the other night.
Choke can be scary.
Yeah. Well, his was more of like it gets caught in his throat and it's really annoying and
gotta-
he's just really uncomfortable. But he did like I had to smack him on the back
Oh.
one time when he tried to take I think it was like 2 capsules at
Oh,
once
what a
and that
little
like
baby.
I don't know or maybe he did more than that. I don't remember, but anyway, he was like in our bathroom and all of a sudden I heard him slam down on the table like that. And I like ran in there and he dude was like,
he was like
choking.
panicked. Oh my god, that's so
So I
scary.
just smacked him on the back a few times and it came out.
Dude,
and
choking
he like
alone?
threw up.
Oh my god, that's so scary.
It was so
Choking is the scariest feeling ever.
But Josh like started when we went out to dinner for my birthday this weekend. He
Oh,
ate
God.
too much. I think it was rice. Like just got caught in there and was just hanging out there for like 2 hours.
Oh hell no! The doctor told John that he has to chew small bites
That's what
slowly.
I keep
really
telling
chew.
Josh. Yes, that's what I was telling him. I'm like it's time. He takes
It's
like
time.
you know with a nigiri. Do you eat a whole nigiri?
it depends on how big it is.
Oh, I always like to like take. I'm weird. I take the fish off. I
Dip
like
it in the
slice it into
sauce?
two,
What?
and I slice the rice into two, and then I eat them together.
Why are you slicing it into two? And how?
I do
With
the
your
same
Just so I
thing.
can
chopsticks?
have a smaller bite and enjoy it.
So just bite it in half.
But no, I don't like that. I don't like when the fish starts pulling apart weird. I like to like separate it myself because if I see like a weird stringy thing in
Oh.
there, that's going to ruin the entire piece.
No, agreed. You ever had a nigiri and it's not falling apart in your mouth and
Yes.
it's not going well? And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
I've had to bail on so many sushi bites over the years. Yeah,
Or
it's a risky.
towards the end of the meal
cuisine.
when I'm really full and I start eating, then I start
The
like
ick.
gagging.
Oh yeah, yes. Do you ever get sushi'd out too? Like you just, it sounds really good, but then eventually you're like, this is all like raw fish, and they get weird about it.
yes, but then it goes away in an hour and I want sushi again.
Yes. I
Like,
just have to like
literally
eat
the
sushi
next day,
slow.
I
I
want-
can't eat it fast.
Yeah.
Starts to
God,
taste
now
too
that's all I
mushy.
want. We should have ordered sushi.
For right now, for
Yeah.
today.
So good.
That would
It
go
is
great
good.
with the pickle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, guys.
boy.
Today. Well, I figured this really isn't that good of content, maybe, since we have already done this only but a few weeks ago.
Kendall.
But I am determined to do the real cotton candy pickle. And this is all I want from my
Kendall's birthday
is
week,
to
okay?
enjoy this with you all and enjoy this with all of you. So we got one from a TikTok shop that is the one that I had seen originally that had like cotton candy, all like piece candy
I'm
and
very
stuff.
confused how they make all this shit. Cotton candy.
Well, I have a lot of questions about this brand, this shop that we
Yeah.
bought from actually. Do you have things to say on that?
I'm just curious about it. Like,
Yeah.
where are they making
Well,
this? And
it's the whole, lots of questions we had. We'll save them for when we get to the
So,
pickle.
long story short, we're doing it again because one segment of a cotton candy pickle wasn't enough.
No.
It's
all I
also
want,
Kendall's
okay?
birthday tomorrow, which is
Please.
yesterday when you're seeing this. So,
And I'm turning 32.
and she's turning 32.
And all my
and she-
32-year-old ass wants is a cotton candy pickle.
I understand.
So a lot of you probably know I've got 3 kitties at home who are my absolute life. I've got to show them how much I love them by giving them the best possible food because they don't ask for much. They want their food. But what they really wanted all the years was slop, as we called it, just like the lowest quality canned food possible. And I just was like, okay, they don't want to have the healthy stuff because they don't like the taste of it. At least they're getting some type of wet food. I knew that having wet food in their diet was important. But once we found Smalls, that all changed because now they are in healthy wet food that they actually like. It's a complete game changer. Smalls cat food is protein-packed recipes made with preservative-free ingredients that you would find in your fridge, and it's delivered right to your door. That's why Cats.com named Smalls the best overall cat food. To get 35% off plus an additional 50% off your first order, head to Smalls.com and use our promo code SESH for a limited time only. And I love their origin story, okay? Smalls was started back in 2017 by a couple of guys that were just home cooking cat food in small batches for their friends. And a few short years later, they've served millions of meals to cats all across the United States. And even if your cats love kibble, Smalls makes the perfect topper as you transition them to a fresh diet. And at this point, you might be wondering, why can't I just feed my cat kibble? Believe it or not, your cute little kitty descended from ferocious desert cats who hunted live prey for food. And your cat isn't any different. They still need those fresh protein-packed meals to be at their best. And I know you want your kitties to be at their best. After switching to Smalls, 88% of cat owners reported overall health improvements. Now that's a big deal. And the team at Smalls is so confident that your cat is going to love their product that you can try it risk-free. That means they'll refund your order if your cat won't eat their food. For a limited time only, because you are a Sesh listener, you can get 35% off Smalls plus an additional 50% off your first order by using our code SESH. That's an additional 50% off when you head to smalls.com and use promo code SESH. Again, that's promo code SESH for an additional 50% off your first order plus free shipping at smalls.com.
So, let us get into our topics.
Yeah, what do we
For
got
this week?
on the menu?
Starting off with Blue Origin.
Blue Origin. I'm sure people are like quite sick of hearing about Blue Origin at this point.
I'm not.
I mean, it just seems like every day there's a little more that makes it a little more interesting. And I just really had to talk about it for myself because I have so many thoughts on Blue Origin.
That happened last Monday. And, well, I mean, everyone fucking hates these bitches now, essentially, is what's going on.
Yeah,
Because
people are pissed.
okay. So this happened on the 14th. And it was an all-female crew. I'm sure most of you know about this. It was a bunch of chicks.
How could you
6
not? It
of
was
them, to be
everywhere.
precise.
Mhm.
And the flight lasted just over 10 minutes. They basically got into a pod, shot up into space, hung around there, sang a few songs, shed a few tears, and then came flying back down for Bezos to open the fucking stupid little pod, trip on his ass, fall on his face, then that was it. That's what happened.
And that's the end of the topic. You know, that she pretty much
Tell
covered
me
it.
that's not correct.
That is what happened. That is what happened.
And okay, so now Blue Origin, if you guys don't know, Blue Origin is one of the greatest people, such a good salt of the earth human. Jeff Bezos,
Truly.
his brand, okay, is all about space company brand is all about space exploration for the average day folk.
Yeah, he wants to just, he just wants to see the world change.
He just wants to allow tourism to go to space.
Why not? Uncharted territory.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Great time to get in.
Yep. So yeah, they completed their 31st mission to space. And this was Blue Origin's 11th human spacecraft for the new Shepard program, which launched from Van Horn, Texas.
I had no idea they had already done that many.
Yeah. Well, not that many, but I knew that they've been doing it for a bit. Yeah. Because I don't know when did Jeff make fucking Blue Origin? I don't know. Who gives a fuck? Okay. Anyways, though,
seriously,
2000.
Oh, 2000. Oh, I do kind of give a
See,
fuck.
this
That's
bitch has been going for
longer,
a long.
That's way longer than I thought.
25 years. His ass has been Blue Origin it up.
Well, hell,
Jeff. Anyways, so let's talk about the people who were on the Blue Origin. We have Lauren Sanchez, who is an award-winning journalist, New York Times bestselling author, licensed pilot,
but most importantly,
engaged to Sir Bezos.
Yes, yep. And she serves as the vice chair of the Bezos Earth Fund.
Mm-hmm,
of course.
Mm-hmm.
She is got really nice hair. I'll say that.
They're gonna get married, I think, this summer.
Are they?
Oh, good. I was waiting for the new royal wedding.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, now we also have Katy Perry. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the space?
I've been feeling like a plastic bag pretty much all year. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
flying. Like,
same,
never know which way I'm going to go.
Catching onto a tree, getting ripped, flying off.
Those were wise words, Katy Perry. Obviously, Katy Perry's gotten most of the spotlight in this situation, which we wouldn't expect any less. And yeah, Katy, my girl. What happened to Katy? I really liked Katy.
Katy was my first concert I ever went to.
I remember. I was so jealous.
So good.
I remember when I first found her. I kind of thought I found an indies music thing.
Me with my fucking CD Walkman of her.
Yeah, I mean, I remember
you didn't have you had her CD.
No.
I did.
No. Oh,
yeah,
you had her CD?
I had her CD in my Walkman.
Young.
Oh, that's cute, but she's way younger than
that's
us.
What
so
I'm
that's
saying.
just kind of rare.
She's a vintage girly.
You're vintage girly.
Oh, I'm a vintage girly?
Yes.
Oh, I love my Walkman. I had it all the way through 8th, 9th. Oh, no, maybe 8th grade.
Did you
good.
walk around with it?
What?
You held it?
Yeah, you walk around.
No, I mean, I'd use it in the car and stuff, on the bus.
Yeah.
Isn't it wild to think we would normally put on a CD? It sounds like we were doing something so archaic. Wasn't that long ago. But then you're just listening to the whole album. How often have you just been I'm going to listen to this whole album while I drive? I want to listen to start to finish their entire disc.
It's true.
Did you ever memorize the numbers? Your favorite top songs?
Yes.
Go to number 5.
It's number 7.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. They were all
in
my brain of what number they were, especially with Britney Spears' CDs and
But
stuff.
then what got crazy is my parents got cars with a 6-disc
player.
That
shit was nuts.
You load that hoe up.
Uh-huh.
You got music for hours.
You can shuffle them.
Yep.
That was a game changer.
Yep.
I do remember that.
Yep.
Did you guys drive with in your car with all the CDs in this?
Yep.
You know what's
the
crazy?
zipper up thing.
And that was such a cool thing to have too. The CD case and flip through them.
Same with the DVDs at home.
Or someone there was always a kid that had a huge one, and every single slot was full.
He'd be what you want? I got it. It's you opening up a fucking drug suitcase.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyways, so Katy Perry.
Well, anyway, what I was saying is when I first saw her album cover and heard some of her songs, to me at that age, who hadn't had much musical exposure, just thought it was this groundbreaking new artist. And she had a haircut that was kind of wild for the time, in her music video, the high bangs.
Oh,
but she's still, she's got the high bangs.
She's looking like Helly R in this.
Yeah. But I was I just loved her so much.
Me too.
I really liked the first album, and everyone's ripping online right now the Thinking of You, which is I actually love that song.
So good.
My teenage self cried a lot. to that song.
Great song.
But then now,
The music
have you
video.
listened to
Yeah.
people showing how she's like over enunciating so much? It's
Yeah.
like actually wild.
Yeah,
But
well, I
Katie-
still love her. Well,
you-
I mean, like, loved her music and like,
Do you like her music? How's her last album for you?
great. Just kidding.
Are
I
you-
actually fucking hated her last album.
It was so.
It was really
it was like,
bad.
oh my god, bad. Like
No, it was really bad.
and like I loved her documentary.
I was all excited because what is the main one called from that album?
from the last one.
It's a woman's world and you're lucky to be
yeah.
there.
That music video was my
Okay, but
that
I was like-
so bad.
I was like, before I listened, I was like, okay, turn up Katy Perry, It's Women's World. You're lucky to be living in it. Yes. And then I listened to it and I was like,
yeah, just like
this
it was,
is so bad.
yeah, it was.
Spare me, please.
I
Sorry.
feel like they're just constantly trying to rebrand her and like I don't know. I feel she's been through a lot. I feel so,
Well,
but this was just.
she's
she
now
was
been to
just getting-
space. Add that to the list.
Yeah.
She's an
She made
astronaut.
it to space.
Yep.
Guys, it is bad. Katie, Katie,
Yeah,
this is so bad.
so cringe.
Mhm.
We also have Amanda Wynn, who is a bioastronautics research scientist
yeah, she's actually a bad
from
bitch.
Harvard. And she's conducted research at the Harvard Center for Astrophysics.
Then we have Aisha Bowe, who is a former NASA rocket scientist, an entrepreneur, a global STEM advocate, and she's a CEO of STEM Board.
Turn out.
And then Gail King.
Gail.
Gail. She's an award-winning journalist, host of CBS Mornings. She's very well-loved.
Mhm. Everyone loves
I
her.
honestly don't know that much about Gail King.
She's festy bestie with Oprah.
yeah, that's
Why
what
didn't
I've
Oprah
always
get to
heard.
go? The fuck?
Well,
She was
people
there.
like they also rumor that she's Oprah's lover. That's the big conspiracy.
right.
Remember? I think we even talked about
Yes,
that on
we
the
have.
show before.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But yeah, she's the host of Gail King in the House on Sirius XM Radio. And yeah, Oprah's bestie. And Carrie Ann Flynn, film producer and philanthropist. I don't think I know of her.
I looked at her IMDb, and there's like really nothing that we would recognize on there.
She looks like weirdly familiar, like an actress or something, but she's clearly not. What did she ever act in anything?
I don't think so.
She's just a film producer.
So the New Shepard carries its passengers or cargo just above the Kármán line, widely accepted as the edge of space, 100 kilometers above sea level. So Kendall told me that it's not really even space.
No,
Like-
no, it's not outer space.
Right. It's just at the edge of our
Suborbital.
atmosphere.
Yeah, this dude did a jump. Can you look up what his name is? There was a guy that like skydove. Would you say skydove or skydive?
Skydiving.
He skydived.
skydove.
He skydoved from that whatever, the same height that they were, I believe, or close to it. He did this for
Felix?
Red Bull.
Yeah, Felix Baumgartner.
Baumgartner.
Baumgartner. Gardner?
Okay, that is. I don't think this is correct, unfortunately. So according to Google, he went 127,852 feet. They were 328,000 feet in the air.
okay.
100 kilometers.
But
is
they
that
were
many
in the
feet.
same like zone of space before you hit outer space, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Kármán line's not like
They didn't.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
There's a
that would have been a
diagram.
much more obviously.
Well, it would have taken a little bit longer, I would suppose.
yes, a lot more risk as well.
Mhm. And of course, no research was done on this. It was purely to see a world bird eye view.
It was a little
Okay.
roller coaster experience.
Honestly, sounds fucking scary.
Yeah. Do you have any interest in going to space?
0 out of 10.
Same.
0 out
you
of 10.
couldn't- I'd pay not to go.
I'd pay not to go.
Yeah.
0
Opt
out.
out of
I'd
that
rather
one.
go to the Titanic.
Would you really? That was another thing I was thinking about.
Actually, that's a good question. Would you rather go to space or the Titanic?
that's a tough one.
I think I'd rather go to space because I
Space.
really don't want to go to the Titanic.
I don't like the idea of how the what was that thing called? What was the name of the submarine?
Ocean.
The Ocean Prime. I love the Ocean Prime, by the way. Good
No,
restaurant.
it was called the
Just start with an O, maybe. The Oceanair.
Ocean Gate?
Ocean
Ocean
Gate.
Geek.
No,
Gate.
wait. What was
Gate.
Ocean Gate?
No,
Titan.
that wasn't what it was called. It was called
Oh.
the Titan. Ocean Gate.
I just
Ocean
said
Gate.
Titan.
Oh,
No,
was
but
the
that-
name of the thing.
No, but that was like the
Oh.
The
event.
Titan sub
Yeah.
The Ocean
Submarine,
Gate
not
would've been
missile. I
great.
heard that. Anyways,
Yeah.
okay.
The way that shit ended, or how they think
Oh,
it probably ended.
horrible. No thanks. Absolutely not.
But
and
I
I'd
mean,
rather
a spaceship blowing up isn't great either. But
no,
I feel
but
like,
I'd rather at least go to space. That's
Yeah.
like so much cooler to say.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what you died because you were in
Yes.
space.
Yeah.
Versus
going down to see the Titanic.
Yeah.
is cringe.
so.
You guys have got to watch For All Mankind.
Okay,
Honestly,
I'm gonna watch it.
No,
Karelly.
you told me I can't.
Well, Janelle, no.
But
But
that's okay. You guys are looking out for me. I appreciate that.
Yes,
Very good.
We don't want to cause you any strife.
Right. That's right. But yeah, this is like the newest and latest and greatest. Okay, if you have a ton of fucking money to spend, you can go to space.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what these lovely ladies did. They really drew history,
They did.
I guess you could say. Mm-hmm.
Herstory.
Oh, isn't that what they were saying? Well, I know that was that's a saying, but I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they were trying to.
Yeah, were they? I don't know if they were actually saying that themselves or people were just goofing on that.
Oh.
But maybe they did. They may have.
Now,
they said making space. Remember?
yeah, I'm not thrilled with that either, to be honest. Making space. I'm holding space.
Oh,
space.
guys, this is not what you think it is.
Because they tried to be like, oh my God, we're the first all-female crew to visit
Mhm.
space.
Like, but are you really a crew? You guys are
Except-
passengers.
Yeah. Right.
Come on,
You're
you're not a fucking crew.
There wasn't even a pilot on board
Yeah,
or anything like that.
people in the crew would be doing shit while they're on there. They were just
Katie was holding the dandelion.
A Daisy.
Daisy.
Her daughter's name is Daisy.
Got it. Singing, dancing.
The only two that were actually like honestly even qualified to go were Amanda and Aisha.
Yeah,
Mm.
for sure.
Did you guys see the clips of Gayle King talking about how Katy Perry sung "It's a Wonderful World" up there, and
She's
how
like, I see skies of blue.
Her little dandelion.
Wow,
Little Daisy.
so boy.
oh my god.
I'd be like, shut the fuck up. I don't
Dude.
care about you singing right
She
now.
was like, we were all asking her to sing her other songs. We were like trying to get her to do her hits, and she wouldn't do them. She wanted to do "It's a Wonderful World," and that was just so beautiful. I think she said like I almost teared up, or maybe she said I did tear up. There's a clip of it somewhere, but
What sign is Katy
it's
Perry?
just-
She's a Scorpio. Got it.
oh yes,
I was giving maybe Leo.
Mm.
That's some like Leo ass shit. Like,
I
let
bet
me
she's
just
got
sing
some
this
Leo in there.
heroic song.
Yeah.
Anyways, they also had a very unique patch that had different signals to signify. All kinds of stuff, such as there was the target star, symbolizing Aisha's ambition for setting big goals, passion for STEM, and commitment to inspiring future generations. Okay, kind of love that.
Hmm.
We had Katy Perry's firework. Okay, symbolizing,
Baby, you're a fucking firework.
come on, let your colors burst. Make him
Mm-hmm.
go, Sorry, I'm like on one. It's the cold medicine.
Yeah, maybe it is. Oh, I like cold medicine, Janelle. This is great.
I'm literally on Benadryl.
Benadryl. Oh,
Yeah, because my
hell.
nose was running
Are
so
you tired?
bad. No, somehow. Okay, we also have Gayle King's microphone, shooting star microphone. Of course, representing the commitment to sharing important stories within the world. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
We had Amanda's Scales of Justice symbol for her efforts to advocate for civil rights, break barriers, and empower everyday people to create change. Okay, we actually love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, so, they also, their outfits were custom scanned
Like
to their bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3D scanned, but
Perfect.
they're custom and they're designer.
Mm-hmm. Who designed? Of course they are.
The Versace.
Versace.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's watch a little clip though.
And they all got blowouts too before.
Yeah, that's
I think if I was about to blast off in a fucking spaceship, I would have to be like drugged heavily.
heavily.
Mm-hmm. There's no way.
No.
There's no, can you even imagine?
Nope. Oh my god.
Ugh.
And here they come.
Here we go.
Loading into the capsule.
And the significance here of the bell, and I should note before I have you explain that, each crew names themselves. They have named themselves the 6 taking up space as each one is ringing a bell.
Yikes.
And the significance of that is what, Ariane?
But this is one of our traditions.
Katie really thought this
Yeah.
was said
Oh yeah.
so much
she
different
really thought
than
she was
what it
doing
was.
something. You can tell she's really proud of herself.
She's like, everyone's going to love this.
Yep. It's horrible.
Oh my god. There's little girls crying in their rooms.
Yep.
in various programs have had their
Oh,
tradition.
there it
is.
1, 2, 3. Taking up space!
Oh, you certainly are.
Tamir's in space!
Yeah.
You gotta wait for the landing.
That's the best shot.
She looks so high, doesn't she?
So high.
A beautiful day to add
What's she?
more names to the roster of astronauts that have been over the Kármán line into space.
Is that Jeff Bezos out there right by the capsule? Kind of hard to see.
That is correct. That is Jeff Bezos, our founder.
He's like, I'll open it. Don't worry. After I just fell and ate shit. Welcome back.
Come on out, guys.
She's crying.
Oh my God, Katie.
Kisses the
She's like,
baby.
this is going to be in history books.
Goes to the ground. Yeah, she's like, that shot right there will be in history books.
Oh, oh, sweet.
I mean, I'll give it to them. Their outfits are cute.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Get on the
Gail's got to
ground.
have her
so
kiss moment too.
performative.
It's so performative.
Like from the celebrities.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Jesus.
Incredible. Let's watch the clip of Jeffy eating shit.
I want to say one thing, though.
Sure.
I think if I were coming down from space,
Like a plastic bag drifting in the wind, wanting to start again.
but like fucking flying through the wind, falling to the ground, would you not be terrified? I think I might fucking kiss the ground.
I would. Yes, I would. Yeah. You know what?
Like,
True that.
I'd be
Maybe-
like hysterical and
Maybe
like
kissing the
yeah,
maybe kissing the ground is the least problematic thing
Yeah.
they've done.
yeah.
I would probably kiss the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I take it back.
I would be in tears. I wouldn't be like, oh,
Yeah.
But they wanted to go. They were like,
Yeah. But I mean, anyone wants to go. It's not like they got to try that shit out. Did you hear the footage of them when they're coming down and they're screaming?
yes.
Dude, they sounded like they all thought they were going to die.
Well, I can't imagine literally plummeting towards Earth.
No, I would never want to do this. And to pay to do it this
No.
much money? Oh my God.
Yeah, wait, can we watch the clip really quick of Jeff eating shit?
Yeah.
Because this is
Oh,
good.
excellent. This really just was the cherry on top of
yeah,
the whole
for sure.
thing. This event gave us so much.
Yeah.
It really did.
They really did.
So much for humanity.
Ha! Here he comes.
Go, Jeff.
Dude, he fully eats
I need
shit.
to watch it
It's
again.
fucking
I need to watch
awesome.
it again.
he's just so excited
like,
to get to
oh,
the door.
okay,
He's
back
like,
up.
oh, sorry.
He's trying to get to his love of his life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. His love of
That big
life.
bitch. Well, yeah, on their website, their mission statement is, we're building a road to space for the benefit of Earth. Blue Origin means Earth. We envision a future where millions of people will live and work in space with a single-minded purpose to restore and sustain Earth, our Blue Origin. You want to talk
Beautiful.
about sustaining Earth? We'll get to that in a second. But this
Chef.
shit's not fucking cheap, okay? You have to, just to get a deposit, you have to put $150,000 down just to get a deposit.
Just like make a reservation.
Yeah,
That's how much it costs?
Just to reserve a thing. Now, they didn't actually come out and say specifically how much each member spent on this specific ride. I'm just going to call them ride. It's ridiculous.
That-
It's
I
a
agree
fucking
with that.
ride.
It is the roller coaster.
Yeah. But back in 2021, on a different mission, one of the tickets sold for $28 million. Now, apparently, a lot of celebrities don't have to pay.
I
Thank
wonder-
God,
yeah,
because
no,
celebrities
they
don't, like, they need
Yeah.
savings.
If anyone
So-
needs to be hooked up, it's them.
So, yeah, so probably Katy didn't pay anything, luckily. She just,
no, of course
her payment
not.
was singing.
I don't know for a fact,
You
but like,
have the
do you
feel.
think Katy bought it? Do you think she?
No,
no,
no, I
They
don't-
literally were like,
Yeah,
Jeff's like, oh, the young people love Katy. I think
yeah,
let's send her.
exactly. Yeah, like supposedly William Shatner and Michael Strahan got to go for free. And actually, William reflects on his voyage into space in his book, Boldly Go, Reflections on the Life of Awe and Wonder. He was 90 years old at the time, making him the oldest person to have traveled into space. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is.
The fact that your 90-year-old body could handle plumbing to the earth, like, I'm just saying, that's
Yeah, it's
pretty
nuts.
impressive.
Very.
And then when he got back to Earth, he was talking to Jeff, telling him something profound, but Jeff cut him off to pop a bottle of champagne.
Yeah,
this is wild.
It's awesome. Austin showed me this clip this morning.
So, yeah, you can't really hear anything, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
But basically, the two of them are chit-chatting. Jeff looks bored. You can see
Yeah.
him. He's like, I don't give a
He's
fuck.
like,
Where's the
"Let's
champagne?
party." He looks over.
He looks over. He's like, my friend's over there.
I want one.
That is so fucking rude.
I want to hear this. Here. You want a little of this?
He said no.
Woo! Yes! Slay, Jeff.
Yeah, he's like saying something profound to him.
Yeah.
He's just like,
Jeff doesn't give a fuck, dude.
no, he's like, you're being really...
Poor Will. It's fucked.
It's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Now, actually, in case you're weighing your options of whether you should take Blue Origin or Virgin Galactic, supposedly Blue Origin is quite cheap compared to some of the others.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's like Virgin Airlines.
Virgin Galactic. That's right. They're actually. Did you know that they're literally owned by Virgin Airlines?
Are they really? No.
Why
Why am I so gullible?
But apparently they're charging $450,000 per seat. Okay, and then Elon Schmelon, SpaceX charges an even higher price of $220 million. Why does that bitch
What
have to
the
charge that
fuck?
much? I fucking hate his ass so
Insane.
much. But people are pissed. They weren't doing what they thought they were doing.
No,
you know,
no. I think it was a big disappointment. I wonder, do you think any of them, they thought, this may not look good, but like I really want to go, and it's worth
probably,
the backlash.
probably.
I
Not
think some
Katy,
of
though.
them. Not.
I don't think they
Katy.
realized how much everyone's pissed.
Yeah.
No one's impressed with your bullshit. Yeah, a lot of people are like, this was a complete publicity stunt.
Yeah.
I
mean, obviously. What
Which-
else would it be?
Which is fucking crazy, though, because Blue Origin's supposed mission, as I stated earlier, is, quote, to expand humanity's presence in space and support the Earth.
Oh, that's interesting coming from you, Jeff.
Support the Earth.
Yeah.
Because this is not good for the Earth.
No,
Okay.
there was no mission here other than marketing for Blue Origin. Wants to get more exposure like SpaceX does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
It's all this is what the world is. It's just a bunch of rich people fighting to be at the top.
An oligarchy, would you say?
Yeah, maybe that.
It's a crazy word.
Maybe it's going there.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And many celebrities were very outspoken about what they thought about this little space tourism moment.
Bullshit.
So let's take a look. Olivia Munn, she was one of the first people to call it the Blue Origin flight. On April 3rd, she was on the show Today with Jenna and Friends, and she said, I know this probably isn't the coolest thing to say, but there are so many other things that are so important in the world right now. I know this is probably obnoxious, but like it's so much money to go to space, and there are a lot of people who can't even afford eggs. I think she's echoing all of our thoughts here,
Correct.
right? What's the point? Yeah, what is the fucking point? There is no point.
There is absolutely a point. for
Is it
virality.
historic that you guys are going on a ride? I think it's a bit gluttonous. I agree. Very gluttonous. Space exploration was to further our knowledge and to help mankind. What are they going up there to do that has made it better for us down here? The answer is big zero.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I never can figure out how to say her name, but Emily, will someone help me?
Radikowski?
Radikowski?
No, I think
That's
the J
wrong.
is silent.
Radikowski. I don't know.
Radikowski, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Sorry, that one always gets me. So she had a few things to say about this whole space trip, and here we can take a listen.
A space mission this morning, that's end time shit. Like, this is beyond parenting, that you care about Mother Earth and it's about Mother Earth, and you're going up in a spaceship that is built and paid for by a company that's single-handedly destroying the planet. Look at the state of the world and think about how many resources went into putting these women into space. For what? For what was the marketing there? And then to try to make it like, I'm disgusted. Literally, I'm disgusted.
Completely agree.
Yeah, so cringe, dude. What the fuck?
I just don't understand how they thought this was a good idea.
Terrible
Especially
timing.
yes, of course, in this time we're currently in, this era.
Yeah, terrible. Couldn't have picked a worse time to go, honestly.
Truly.
But I guess you got to take what you can get.
If you get
You
a
can't-
free ride
you
to
don't get
space
to
with
go
Jeff,
exactly. You can't be picky.
might be worth it.
Exactly.
So Olivia Wilde's Instagram story, I love Olivia Wilde. She said, it's just like a repost, but getting off a commercial flight in 2025, Blue Origin. And she said, $1 billion bought some good memes, I guess. Word, Olivia. Amy Schumer's post on Instagram. What did she say? I didn't actually.
This
it's
was
a video.
so funny.
Guys, last second, they added me to space and I'm going to space. I'm bringing this thing. It has no meaning to me, but it was in my bag and I was like on the subway and I got the text and they were like, do you want to go to space? So I'm going to space. And thank you to everyone who got me here and I'll see you guys in space.
Hell yeah. So the opinions regarding the actual environmental impact on this are somewhat divided. However, I think overall, it's not great.
No,
okay, it's not
we all
helping.
be knowing
It's not
better.
helping the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Some people talk about how, like, for instance, Brian Cox, who's a physicist, discussed the need for our civilization to expand beyond our planet. Which, yeah, I think that's definitely going to happen soon. And we're destroying this beautiful place we have. So,
I kind of feel like that it's the bed we made and we got to lay in it.
Also,
I think we just deserve to be done.
Yeah, kind of. Have you ever seen those videos that are like, what will happen when the human civilization just gets wiped out?
Oh, I never had the balls to watch one of those. That kind of sounds scary. How
It's
scary
beautiful.
is it? Oh, is it?
Well, the Earth is
Oh,
like
I
shit.
see what you mean. Sorry.
The Earth is shit.
I thought you
for a
meant like
while.
how we would get.
Oh, no. Like, if we were to all just go away,
Yeah.
the Earth completely regrows
I'm
itself.
sure.
It's beautiful. It's green. I'm like, so.
Well, look at what a change there was just during the pandemic. Yeah. Shows you in a brief period of time. If we were gone. He also said that a collaboration between NASA and commercial films could be a positive step. I mean, I'm no expert on space or really anything, but, you know, I don't know if that's a positive step. That sounds like a bad thing to me. On the other hand, Eloise Moraes, who is a professor at the University College London, pointed out how the flights leave water vapor, which can also affect the climate. She explained it alters the chemistry of the stratosphere, depleting the ozone layer, and also forms clouds that affect climate.
So there's been other, for example, missions that have gone up into space and then some parts are discarded. Like, the thing about this is everything that they left with, they came back with. Whereas in the past, that's not always true. A lot of times they like blow shit off into the fucking into space. Which also debris. Like does no one know how much trash is up there?
Oh, it's fucking wild. Pull up a picture.
It's fucking crazy.
Or like I don't know if there's an actual picture of it or I've seen like something AI generated. Who knows these days? But I saw something recently. But it gives you an idea of how much space junk is running around.
Yeah,
look
lots
at
of trash,
that, dude. Is there going to be a time where we can't even
They're like,
blast our asses out of here?
Can't get out. There's too much trash. Yeah, so, and then also there's been, previous rockets that are made for single use. So, I mean, yeah, I guess it's slightly better. I don't know. I don't think it's good at all. I think it's terrible. But combustion emissions from rocket launchers affect both the climate and the stratospheric ozone layer. And when the airplanes are closer to the ground, because obviously planes are, relatively speaking, flying very close to the surface on the ground, their emissions impact global change more than emissions on the ground.
Yeah.
So, high altitudes also give these emissions a longer-lasting impact than those from ground transport. And according to a 2022 University College London study, soot from rockets in the upper atmosphere has a warming effect 500 times greater than airplane emissions. So New Shepard's development flight program ended in 2021 after 16 consecutive successful flight tests, and nearly 99% of the system's dry mass, including the booster, capsule, ring fin, landing gear, engine, parachutes, and everything else, is reusable, which is wonderful. Its engine is fueled by liquid oxygen and hydrogen, producing water vapor but no carbon emissions during flight. And the booster of the system can be reused up to 25 times with minimal refurbishments. And reusing parts like the rocket booster can reduce reliance on raw materials and the environmental impact of mining and manufacturing them, but can also radically reduce the cost of space flight. So as we were talking about, as Kendall said, Emily, what's her last name? I do not know.
I already forgot.
Ronjankowski?
No. Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever. Emily. So Emily's environmental concerns also echoed those around the world. A 2022 World report said that a single space flight of a few minutes emits more carbon emissions than 1 billion individuals will emit in their lifetime.
Oh my.
The study
God.
also said that a 11-minute space trip emits no less than 75 tons of carbon per passenger, and that the number is more likely to be 250 to 1,000 tons in somewhere in that range.
Oh, this is so insane.
Yeah. Now, on the Protecting Our Planet portion of the Blue Origin's webpage, they claim that the system of reusable vehicle had been designed to decrease the cost of access to space and reduce water. And it also said that the engine is fueled by a highly efficient liquid oxygen and hydrogen, and that its engine combustor is water vapor with no carbon emissions. And they reported, however, a BBC News article reported that it is not possible for the rocket to only release water and water vapor. The outlet elaborated that an atmospheric chemist explained to them that anything that combusts at a high temperature will change nitrogen to harmful nitrogen oxide gas that can damage the ozone layer.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they try and make it seem like it's fine, but really this is absolutely fucking said. BBC also added that water vapor is also a greenhouse gas and one that is not supposed to be in the utmost layers of the atmosphere. Greenhouse gases play a role in causing climate change. No shit. Because they trap in the sun's heat. So, yeah, they basically took a ton of greenhouse gas up to the atmosphere, blew it, and did a little dance, made a little love, get down tonight.
Ever feel
like a plastic bag. Yeah, so all around just fucking bullshit on that front. But
it's like infuriating, actually.
Yeah. It's
oh my
fucking
God.
Crazy. And then there's obviously going back to just what people were saying online. Did you see the one screenshot where it's like someone has a notification from some news outlet that's like, Katy Perry has left for space. And then like literally 10 minutes later, another one stacks on top and it's like, Katy Perry has come back from space.
It was like 11 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Or like a little less.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
They obviously got tons of shit for this. And then they were snapping back. Well, Gail really was the one to snap back the hardest. Gail. This was actually horrible. I think this got so much worse the second that she said this.
Oh, yeah.
They should have just either don't say anything or be like,
No, they were very like, fuck you.
Yeah, they were like, what do you mean?
You
what we're doing is
us?
amazing and not frivolous.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Gail said, space is not an either or. It's a both. And because you do something in space doesn't mean you're taking anything away from Earth.
What does that mean, though?
For real. Does she not understand that? She just clearly doesn't understand it. What you're doing in space is improving things here on Earth.
No, you're not. We literally just talked about the fucking carbon emissions that you guys are blowing out into the atmosphere.
Yeah, and what are you talking about?
Like, what are you
What
doing?
you're doing? What were you doing in space? Aren't you just
She was floating around
and listening
doing
to
somersaults.
Katie sing? Talking about.
Hell
and you
yes.
know people like this have like the best PR possible.
Yes.
People are like, yeah,
Tell them
send
to
it
fuck
off to the press. And and then she continues, there was nothing frivolous about what we did.
Nothing. Guys.
Nothing. What
They
are you
went to
talking
fucking
about?
space.
Oh, no. Mm-mm. This was a selfless journey.
Yes.
So, I'm very disappointed and very saddened by the criticism. And I also say this. What is it doing to inspire other women and young girls? Please don't ignore that. She's like, please focus on that. That's what we thought this was
But
about.
like, what is it really doing?
Yeah,
Because I also watched this other, I should have fucking saved it. It was a clip that I saw online and someone was like, they talk about being, such feminists. They went to space under a company owned by a billionaire male.
Yeah, exactly. What is the message that you're sending? And are we sending messages that these women get to go before astronauts who have actually studied and dedicated their life to this? That's the message.
Yeah.
Guys, if you really want to get to space one day, young girls, you better get rich. You better be a multimillionaire.
Exactly.
I don't understand what she was going
insane.
for. And there's more. Yeah, she said, please don't ignore that, please. Please. I've had so many young women and girls reach out to me, and men too, by the way. Men too. Who say, wow, I never thought I could do that. But I see you doing it at this stage in your life. They're like,
listen,
wow,
Gail, you're old
Gail,
and you're going to space.
Never
I'm
thought
so
I
proud
would
of you.
be like you, Gail. But now I think I could be.
It's fucking insane behavior.
It's amazing.
It's fucking insane behavior.
Oh, man. So then on April 11th, Katy sat down with AP Entertainment journalist Krista Faria to talk about her yearning to fly and how she was studying Carl Sagan and string theory, which don't really understand how that has anything to do with what is going on here, Katie. Yeah. An inspiring young woman with the cruise space flight. Let's take a look. I love this interview. This truly sent me to the moon when I watched it.
I'm really excited about the engineering of it all. I'm excited to learn more about STEM.
So awesome.
Just the math about what it takes.
Yeah.
The
math about
type of thing. I was winding down from a rehearsal the other day, and I was listening to Cosmos by Carl Sagan and reading about the Trump theory. And
wow.
Yeah, I was
she has to
going
plug
to
it.
bed. That was definitely helping. I was like, Pythagoras. But I've always been interested.
She's like, turns out it's a big snooze.
Interested in astronomy.
Turns out I don't give a fuck about what this bitch has to say.
And the stars. I feel like I've always been interested in astrophysics and interested in astronomy and astrology and the
unbelievable, dude.
Astrology, Katie.
And astronomy.
You're finally going to see astrology.
And the stars.
And the stars. And she's excited to, see them from, isn't that what she says at the end of this? She's excited to see them from the other side.
Are all made of stardust. And we all come from the stars. And it'll be exciting to see them twinkle from that side. And also have such an appreciation for Mother Earth when we see it.
Oh my God.
Way.
It did not.
Amen, bitch.
Oh, Katie. See the star. It was like anything that she's ever heard anyone say about space. She just said it.
Yep.
Stardust.
Mm-hmm. Stardust. We're made of stars. Did you know that? We're all made of stars.
That's such a fucking hokey ass
I
thing
know.
to say.
You like
shut up.
You always hear people.
My God. Which is fun. Okay, but Pythagoras.
Studying. I was just listening to Carl Sagan.
Sagan.
Carl Sagan. And I snoozed right to sleep.
Because it was boring as fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm here for the selfie opportunities, bitch. My Instagram's gonna be popping off after this.
But don't worry, I'm studying string theory.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Katie.
We got even Wendy's jumped in.
Because of course they did.
Can we send her back?
Wendy's is the biggest troll on the internet. I love it.
Whoever is running the Wendy's account, shouts out.
They better be paid well. They come up with gene. Do you think it's a team or just one person?
It has to be a team. I don't know. It's a good question. Yeah, maybe a team.
It's like if it's one person, then that's like a stand-up comedian.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they retweeted the picture of her kissing the ground, saying, "I kissed the ground and I liked it."
Good one,
Fuck
Wendy's.
yeah, baby. Mm-hmm.
But they were really spicy. Can we send her back?
They had to issue an apology. We always bring a little spice to our socials, but Wendy's has a ton of respect for Katy Perry and her out of this world talent. What world do we live in? What world do we live in where a fucking fast food account is making apologies to Katy
Wendy's
Perry
versus Katy B?
That's unbelievable.
Oh, what a time to be alive, you guys.
So funny. So good. As we mentioned earlier, Amanda is a bioastronautics researcher and Nobel Peace Prize nominee and the activist behind the Sexual Assault Survivors' Rights Act. And through her nonprofit, Rise, she has sparked global legislative change. Now, what's really cool is that Amanda was actually the first Vietnamese woman in space. Okay?
Yeah, that's actually pretty
cool.
But
it's sad because no one
cared.
No one cared.
No, it was all about Kaylee.
Yep.
I mean, Katie and Gail.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, she's not like the A-list celeb that everyone cares about.
Right.
Which is fucked up because it sounds like she's actually one of the someone that should be more celebrated than fucking Katy Perry going up into space.
Well, I think that's really why there's so much rage right now. It's because it's people like them.
Yeah.
Versus all these other women. If they just went, I don't think we would have heard that much about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Space for Humanity, which is a nonprofit organization working to democratize access to space, allowed Amanda a spot on the Blue Origin flight. And she used her time in space to conduct research, including an experiment on women's health in microgravity, which is fucking cool. And she aligned the journey with her lifelong belief in space as a tool for equality and justice. And we really should be celebrating Amanda.
Yep.
But people are really pissed off, like I said, because of the fact that this is funded by Jeff Bezos is funding the company, and at the end of the day, it's all coming from Jeff Bezos, and he, I would say, is not one to
be celebrated.
Be looked at as paving the way for women and
No.
or other just
Certainly not.
minority groups in general.
Mm-mm.
And of course, some people believe that the whole thing is a fucking hoax.
I love this part of the story.
Do you believe it was a hoax?
No. Okay. I don't really understand. Like, people really think that, or are they just having a little fun with it?
I'm sure there's some people who really think that.
Of course there are.
People claim that Katy Perry's hair didn't float around enough. They're like, listen, motherfucker, this is not flying around like it should have, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There's also the door incident, which after the rocket landed, a video shows someone inside the capsule cracking the hatch open before Jeff came with his stupid little tool.
Or is it just a video of them thinking they're able to open it because they don't know what the fuck's going on since
or
they're
they're
not
like,
astronauts?
get us out.
Or they were just like thought they could open it up. Maybe, I mean, they don't know that. They're like, let's try.
Yeah. And of course, people are like, so you can't open it from the inside. There's no way. So,
well, that doesn't, I think that just proves stupidity.
So there's no way it actually happened. Okay. Katy brought her Daisy.
Yeah, that's the big conspiracy. Katie's Daisy.
Which she has a daughter named Daisy Dove Bloom.
Daisy Dove.
Which I'm sorry, but what the?
Daisy Dove. Daisy Dove.
You really need to put pronunciations.
That was awesome.
See you later. I'm done for the day. Bye.
I kind of like Daisy Dove better. That's like a good, unique celebrity name. I could see.
Wait, how do you spell Dove?
I don't know. I think maybe the same way.
Yeah.
But, you just like assume if it's a name, it's Dove, not Dove. But Dove's unique too. I could see Dove being like a Kardashian baby name.
Dove.
Thank you. Goodbye. All right. So anyway, she, of course, brought the Daisy to the mission. Daisy Dove Bloom is her daughter, and she proudly watched from the ground. Bye, Mommy. And not only did she bring this daisy on board for her daughter, but she explained that daisies are common flowers, but they grow through any condition. They can do anything. They are resilient. She didn't say the anything part, but she did say they're resilient, they're powerful, they're strong. They are everywhere. These are the most powerful flower on planet Earth. So flowers, to me, are God's smile. He's smiling down with all those daisies. But it's also a reminder of our beautiful Earth and the flowers here and the beautiful magic that is everywhere, all around us, even in a simple daisy. Girl, you really thought you wanted to bring the daisy so bad, and you're like, how can I make this daisy really make sense for this other than it just being about me?
And her daughter, literally.
Yeah, and her daughter. It's an interesting statement to remind us of our beautiful Earth out as you're shooting up in a Jeff Bezos rocket. That's interesting. I think she really had no idea.
No.
I don't think she's informed enough to have known.
I don't think
her interview with AP News is like, clearly she doesn't.
She's like,
right.
She doesn't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, about the climate either.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like, I just don't think she really cares that much, obviously, if she thought this was a good idea. And to say that, and she said the most stuff about the Earth and looking down at beautiful Earth, Mother Earth. What a wonderful world that we're destroying as we speak.
I saw this on TikTok. People were like, she was definitely like on like acid or something, because the way she's like talking about like Mother Earth and the colorful colors and the daisy, and the daisy represents us.
I know.
I'm like, it's like so.
She seemed not sober in some way.
Right?
But like, I don't, maybe that's just her personality. Some people just come across that way. And Katy kind of always has.
That's true.
I don't know.
Kind of like, not goofy, but just like.
Kind of out to lunch.
Yes, out to lunch.
Yeah.
That's a good description.
That's her.
Well, anyway, when she landed back on Earth, Katy still had that daisy and she hoisted it in the air when she stepped out of the spacecraft, as we watched in the video. But many people pointed out that the daisy looked as fresh as it did before the takeoff. It was completely fine, that daisy. And that raised serious doubts about whether she actually went to space. Okay? This is like the faked moon landings. Plucked flowers can easily wither on Earth. So it's incredible. It's very suspicious, very sussy baka that these daisies came back perfectly intact.
That's right.
Okay?
How the hell?
Since space lacks moisture, the daisy should have shrunk up or died. In this clip, or dried up. Thank you, Karelly. Died and dried.
Died and dried.
But in this clip from the expedition, Daisy looks completely good.
Isn't it because the atmosphere stays the same inside the fucking thing?
Yeah.
They're not withering inside the fucking spacecraft.
What? And it was 11 minutes.
Right. My God, people.
Oh.
The daisy looks fine to me.
Well, but that's what they're saying. You're proving the theory right. The daisy looks fine. It should be dead.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Her hair is definitely not floating enough.
She does look like baked, though.
She does.
Can you imagine, though, getting high and then going to space?
I would have a full... I would die.
I would die.
Are you kidding me? My brain would stop functioning.
Yeah, my body would have came back dead.
Yeah. 100%. You and I would not make it back down.
Yeah.
Imagine if we go to fucking space.
No, dude, we're dead before we even get to the part where you're floating. Like, just none of that. No, we're just floating. Oh, man.
Oh, Jesus.
So, yeah, these small details, guys, have people questioning whether or not they actually went to space. What do you think? Let us know. If you don't think they went, I want to hear why. And hopefully it's better reasons than that.
Y'all are out to fucking lunch if you think that.
That's right. So we also came across this interview from Star Talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson, and it's from August of 2018, and he interviewed Katy on it, and she asked him if math is
so awesome.
related to science.
What does that mean?
Katy! Quick note. Do you feel like, because this is from that era of her hair.
I hated it.
That Hera. Don't you think her team, like she was declining at that point, and I feel like her team was like, you know who cut their hair short like that and dyed it blonde and then like started acting a little bit? Miley Cyrus. And it worked very well for Miley. And I think her team was like,
do it.
Let's do that.
Let's have a Miley moment.
Let's have that Miley moment. Yeah.
Not everyone gets a Miley moment.
I wasn't ever good at math. I was always promised no math. There will be no math on this show. So
maybe by the end.
That would be my requirement.
I know. And then
no math. No math for me.
No math.
But your
math was Mary.
Oh, yeah. I am math was Mary a little bit when I want to be. But most time. To go talk to Neil, I don't think so.
And is math related to science?
Have you lost your damn mind?
Is math
related to
It's literally the language of it, but that's fine.
Oh, that's a good one.
Katy. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Who goes up next? Who do you think's going to go up next? Who goes up next? Why don't they send a dog in space?
If we're going to have like game shows, like singing game shows from
oh
space
my
next.
gosh,
like dating shows in space.
For
Voices
like
of the Stars.
The Voices of the Stars, yep.
Oh my God.
That would do well.
Dancing with the Stars in space.
Yep.
But with
Dancing
actual
in
stars.
the stars.
Yeah.
In it.
That
could be good. And then space hotels are coming. God, things are going to get really interesting.
Yep.
Like
true
life's
that.
just going to get...
Space hotels.
Do you ever feel like do you ever just, I don't know, maybe it's a way of like coping with anxiety. I'm always like, I think things will just stay as they are. Like I can't really like get myself to imagine the future. And then when I really think about it, I'm like, whoa, like things are going to change so much in probably just like 5 years.
Yeah. It is officially the best season of the year, people. And you know what that is? Concert season. Okay? Because nothing is better than going to a show when the vibes are high, the weather is warm, you get to dance to your favorite artists, and that is why I am so excited about today's sponsor, SeatGeek, because with over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. There are more than 70,000 events listed on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. And right now you can get tickets to Beyonce, Kendrick Lamar and SZA, Tate McRae, and even Justin Timberlake, so you could see him do his sweet little moves live. There are a number of shows that I have my eye on and I'm hoping to get tickets to, and I'm definitely going to be using SeatGeek in order to get them. And what's great about SeatGeek is that each ticket is actually rated on a scale from 1 to 10, so you know you're getting a good deal. So look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. Plus, every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. And you know we came through for you guys. You can use code SESH10 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. That's 10% off tickets with promo code SESH10. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. Thank you, SeatGeek.
All right, guys, then we got to get back into Brett and Maria updates. I've got to say, I have such a short attention span these days that I'm already kind of over this. I was so into it last week.
I'm getting over it because I'm getting annoyed with his ass more and more. I'm sick of his ass.
Yeah, it just, the whole thing's, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think. His part 11 popped up on my feed over the weekend, and I literally started listening to it and got bored and scrolled.
Ooh.
I was like, I'll revisit this because I know we're going to want to update people. Yeah. I mean, the story was very interesting. Yeah. It's gone a little on and on and on.
It's kind of like, all right, wrap it up a
Maybe,
little bit.
Is there a reason? Maybe there's some big thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think the reason is he's getting money from this.
Right.
Well, yeah.
True. True.
The views are tapering off quite a bit. The first one had 19.2 million views. The newest one, which came out April 17th, only has like 200,000.
Yeah.
So He's got to step it up and you got to up your release schedule too, dude.
Yeah.
We need one of these a day.
Yeah.
Come on. You're making a TikTok.
Agreed.
It's not a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Come on.
So yeah, he posted part 11. And in this part, he addresses Maria directly, assuring her that he will bury every single lie she ever told.
That's right.
And he starts with Maria's claim that Brett was the only possible dad and that they had been...
Part 12 just
Shut up.
dropped
Part
32
12
minutes
just
ago.
dropped. Damn
Are you
it.
serious? Part 12? Okay, well, then
We'll
we're going to live
we'll have
react.
to watch it live.
Okay, well, let's get past part 11 first. We'll catch you up there. So he starts with Maria's claim that Brett was the only possible dad and that they had been trying for months to conceive. And according to comments that were made by Michelle, Maria's cousin, Maria didn't know that Brett wasn't the dad until he took the paternity test. And most of these screenshots were taken directly from Brett's TikTok. Also, the way that Brett is telling this story,
That makes no fucking sense.
it's really confusing. That's like, it's not gripping me anymore to just watch them. Because I'm like, I can't follow what you're saying.
His storytelling skills are going downhill. I'm getting bored.
Yeah. He's certainly not an expert.
Like us.
Yes. We know how to tell a story without getting distracted.
Mm-hmm.
So once Brett files a paternity fraud lawsuit against Maria, he claims that she contacted the real dad and they were planning play dates while still telling everyone that Brett is the father.
Bum, bum, bum.
And while Brett is discussing this, he overlays a comment from Maria, we're assuming. I don't know why it would be from anyone else, but the profile picture is blurred and there's no name. It seems a little sussy. So the context of this comment fits when Brett and Hadley were hanging out with their kids. And remember, Maria told his mom that he wasn't allowed to play house. Says, and I don't know about together, but they have been doing play dates. But this comment doesn't really align with what Bretty Boy is talking about. So let's watch the clip.
Bretty Boy.
The second I file a paternity fraud lawsuit, you're going straight to the real dad. You're talking to him, you're planning play dates. Yet you're still telling everyone the whole entire time that I'm the only possible father and calling me a liar.
Is still the father of my child, and that, again, we were trying for several months to have a baby.
You want to know who told me all about that? Your former best friend.
Your former best
Sussy
friend.
Baka, if you ask me.
What does that mean? So then Brett drops a T on who allegedly told him how Maria had gone straight to the real dad after Brett's paternity test came back negative. Maria's former best friend, but he hasn't named her yet. Who knows? Probably won't.
Maybe in part
I feel
12.
Like. That'd be so annoying if he was like holding people's names until certain parts.
Yeah.
No. He also claims that Maria gave testimony against her best friend during a child custody hearing between this former friend and her ex-husband. According to the screenshots that he shares, his former best friend's ex-husband is CJ.
That shit is fucking wild. When I read that, I had to read it 5 times to make sure I was reading that right.
I mean, that's not his name.
Clearly, but that's stupid.
I think it's kind of funny.
CJ. Okay, it's funny.
So this screenshot is likely from a friend who reached out to Brett, but it's a bit unclear since Brett doesn't clarify his sources. And the profile pics look the same as the one above, so maybe she, I don't know, told him about Maria contacting the real dad.
Real dad.
Yes. Then reached out to my ex-husband and helped him in court custody case for my kids, all because of her spite of me dating him. And she literally ruined my life for a short period of time. Seriously, fuck her. Anything you need, let me know. Just saw your Instagram video. She lied in court and wrote statements to help my ex-husband take temporary custody of my kids. I am like Susie Homemaker to my kids.
Oh.
It was seriously disgusting. I hope she gets all of her karma.
He just replies, insane, with 2 exclamations.
That is weird. That was a very simple
Can't you say anything
response.
else, you big bitch?
Mm-hmm.
Bretty boy.
Oh, you've really turned on Brett.
Sorry, no, that was rude.
Welcome to the club. No, you guys hate him.
I
it's
don't
okay, some of the audience.
I don't hate him. I just, whatever.
It was
it's
funny.
kind of goofy.
It seemed like a lot of our audience were very split on Brett.
I just think he's really annoying and overplaying it now. It's like, dude.
Yeah, it's getting annoying.
Come out with something funky.
He could have made, how many parts do you think this series should
20,
be?
You said 22, didn't you?
No, that was my guess for what.
Oh, yeah.
It better not be more than 12. This better be the last part that we're about to watch.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I want to get to that.
Mm-hmm. So then Brett brings up this guy named Brian Dale who allegedly started dating Maria's best friend, which obviously really fucking pissed her off. And then Brett drops a bombshell saying that Brian Dale is the one who got Maria pregnant.
All these random people. Brian Dale.
And
new character drop.
Brian Dale, new character drop. He is the dad.
You are the father.
He is
you
the
are
father.
the father.
So is he the co-owner of the fish place then? The fishing place? Isn't that what it was? They own like a fish sporting shop.
Yeah.
Was he the co-owner that how we were suspecting last week?
Is it?
Julian. No.
I don't think so. It was the Julian guy.
Yeah.
More lost than ever. Shit's over my head now.
He does go on to say that Maria isn't a girl's girl and will do anything to ruin their lives. Let's watch that.
When a woman doesn't do what you want, you go for what hurts her the most, her kids. You did it to your best
music
friend,
in the background.
And then you tried to do it to Hadley. You were commenting on her ex's page, liking photos of her kids. You didn't know anything about this man, and you're circling like a vulture. Because for you, kids aren't people, they're pawns. And every time that I get closer to the truth, you rewrite your entire story.
Seems what she thinks.
Yeah, so there's screenshots that are popping up on that while he's going through it, and one of them is from Maria saying, I feel like we can definitely relate. Those kinds of people will get exactly what they deserve in the end. Our children deserve better. Thinking of you and those girls. If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here. Lots of prayers for us both. One that says they're lucky to have you. There's another one that says, love this for you, which are comments about her friends' kids, obviously. Okay, so then next, Brett goes into Maria's claims that they have been dating in the past. And he debunks some tampered photos she posted of the two of them. Here, you can see these two pictures right here. So basically, I don't even think we need to watch the clip. I'll just explain it to you. But there's two clips, two pictures, one from July 13th and one from December 24th. And she's wearing the exact same outfit, but she's like claiming that they're
at different times.
At different times. A couple weeks apart.
What's on her lap in that one? She
looks like
a cat. Did she Photoshop like a stone?
No, that's a dog or something.
No, that's like a raccoon. Right?
Raccoon.
It looks like a raccoon. Like she's just holding like one of those sports animal statues. Yeah. No, to me it looks like it's a statue. It's like corroded.
So it basically points out, he's like, how can a picture that was taken in July, and he looks and he like goes back, pulls back the weather, and it's like in the 80s or something. And he's like, how can why would you be wearing that exact same thing in July? It's fucking hot. So
that's really weird. I'm so curious.
Wear it in a leather jacket in the summer.
I have to know about this. Is that? I mean, if that's a real animal, it's like a taxidermy. Just look at that thing. Why is it on her lap?
Honestly,
and if she photoshopped it, did she do that on purpose?
Yeah. I don't know. He said that once he spoke out, Maria's story began to change. Of course. Mm-hmm. Maria believes that Hadley tampered with a third-party DNA test, so Brett requested a court-ordered test, which proved he was not the father.
That's so embarrassing to believe that she tampered with it. How would she have done that?
Yeah, that's wild. And then Maria went ahead and slapped Brett with a gag order, which prohibits all parties from publicly talking about the name of the child, the parties' names, or other identifiable information. Well,
yeah.
How is that going?
Well, that's why he said, I might be going to jail for this.
Right. He's got no consequence so far, but they might be building a case against his ass, okay?
Certainly.
Of course, he speaks out anyways, regardless. And then Maria changed her story once again. She's now claiming that the alleged real dad can't have children.
He's sterile.
But shares these comments from someone named Alexandra Bueno, new name drop, who is speaking on behalf of Maria, which
oh my God, this is so...
She says, I believe that the only reason it didn't is because she was told by her other partner that he could not have children at all, that it was not possible. She then figured, well, he physically can't, so clearly it's Brett's. Unless she was told they were unable to have kids, I get that thinking outside the norm is hard, but you'll get there. Heart emoji. Damn, spicy. She also says she absolutely should have said something, but if she was under the impression the other person literally could not procreate, then she would have no reason to believe anyone else would be the dad.
Of course.
So who is Alexandra to Maria? We don't know. Maybe that'll be in part 12.
We're about to find out.
She's a self-proclaimed gossip girl whose TikTok consists mostly of product reviews and random online gossip, but she actually hasn't posted anything about this story, so...
She wants to stay out of it. She's like, fuck, you dragged me into this shit now? I'm sure all these people are so pissed. They're like, damn.
Yep.
So claims of Brian, the real dad, having a vasectomy started floating around. Amanda M. Skelton said Maria was lied to by someone else about a vasectomy. That's all I'll say.
Tea.
Do we know who Amanda is?
Yes, she was the one we talked about last week.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
the cousin.
No, she's the friend with the.
I can't remember all these people.
Not the cousin.
dude.
She's the friend that has the fishing shop.
Okay.
She was the racist.
Okay.
Which you also called.
Yes.
You also called her Amanda Skeleton last week, which I thought was really funny.
Oh, I think I just did it again. Well, Brett, being the FBI agent that we all have seen he is, he found out that Brian Dale has a wife and a newborn at home. He also got the best friend pregnant 2 years after Maria's baby, so we're unsure if the best friend is also the wife. No, this is so confusing. So let's just hear it from Brett. You guys really think he sounds that bad?
Yes, the real dad told me he could never have kids. So then I pointed out that he had a wife and a newborn at home. So the story changes again. Now it's he told me he had a vasectomy. But if you really believe that, explain this. When your former best friend got pregnant by him 2 years after your child was born, why didn't you say anything to me then? That didn't set off any alarm bells. Why wouldn't you come clean then? Exactly. At least let me know you had some doubts. Because you already knew the truth. And Maria, here's what you don't know. I haven't been speculating about you knowing the truth. I've known for 6 months.
The music. I love that.
Asked him to be a sperm donor. That's strange.
That's strange.
That's sussy baka. Yeah, so apparently Maria asked this guy, who she allegedly knew couldn't have kids, to be her donor.
Perfect. Makes sense.
Quote, Brett, if you need help in court, let me know. So another guy that also was asked to be the sperm donor, who just had a few one-night stands with her, just like you, him, and started dating. He was a longtime friend of mine, even before I've known Maria. We got into a serious relationship after my divorce. Infuriated Maria.
So since this whole thing popped off and went viral, we haven't heard a peep from Maria. She usually recruits people to kind of speak on her social media, and she has made most of her accounts private and deactivated them. Brett and Hadley have received a handful of death threats from Maria's friends and other random people online. Let's hear what Brett has to say about that.
Maria.
I hate him.
Oh my gosh.
Do you see it now?
No, I mean, I don't see him as like, I don't know, that bad, but like he's getting a little annoying. I will agree with that.
It's very annoying.
Although I kind of like there's something about a Southern accent that like kind of.
It's not the Southern accent, it's the way that
cadence.
It's the cadence that bothers me.
Yeah, it's getting annoying.
Maria, why would you ask a man with a vasectomy to be a sperm donor? You knew exactly who the father was from day one. And you don't just lie, Maria. You recruit people to lie for you too. And you turn on anyone who threatens your latest version of the story. And when that stops working, you destroy lives to stay in control. You didn't win in court, except for one thing. You managed to silence me for 6 months, and I'm not staying silent anymore. And if speaking the truth puts me in jail, so be it.
He has no fear, this
Hadley
man.
and I walked into the
He's
courthouse.
so
Going to fucking jail for this shit.
Yes,
He doesn't
he
give a
is.
fuck.
He's like, I'm ready to serve time.
And filed criminal charges against the people you sent to threaten us. You wanted to scare us into backing down, and all you did was prove that we were right to speak up. I spent years keeping the peace. Not anymore.
Here's the years I was keeping the peace. Let me get to that section of the book.
Oh, God.
So Brett said that he was silenced for 6 months, but that is a thing of the past, people. Brett is speaking up. Brett and Hadley went to the courthouse recently to file criminal charges against the people harassing them. These will probably include Michelle, Amanda Skelton, and this other person named Sarah Schmidt, Julian, who knows who else. It could be anyone. This story may have just begun. Maybe it's going to be...
Which I'm like, I need it to be over.
Yeah,
I need the story to be over.
I'm really burnt out. It wasn't giving what it was giving last week. I'll say that.
Then he went on the Whatever podcast last Friday and shared that their last court date was on April 1st, and he testified for 6 hours straight. He brought the binder with him.
He's got to carry his arm.
However, yes, of course. But there were still key things he wasn't allowed to present, such as specific text messages between him and Maria. And while he was on the stand, the judge asked if Maria had ever verbally abused him, and he said, yes, she told me, quote, I hope you fucking die, Brett. But since the texts weren't submitted as evidence, Maria's lawyer responded saying she would never say that.
It's hearsay.
So he spent 6 hours on the fucking stand, and Brett said the judge ruled that he wouldn't get any of the $52,000 back that he had paid Maria.
Big blow.
Yep, that sucks. And the court also found there wasn't enough evidence to prove fraud. However, the judge did say that Brett had enough evidence to prove that he was not the daddy. So he was removed as the father on the birth certificate and is no longer required to pay child support.
So that's good.
Now, later on in the episode, he brings up something that happened in November of 2024. He said that just 2 days after getting the third DNA test back, Maria had started reaching out to Hadley's ex. And according to Brett, this was not random. He believes that she did it to stir up problems and get back at Hadley for being involved with him. Again, it's just his take. We don't know the other side. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Keep an open mind, people.
Yeah, keep an open mind.
Brett also briefly mentions that Maria has been in other lawsuits with other men, but didn't give a lot of detail. But he says that he's going to talk about it in part 12, which just came out.
Let's fucking go.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Brett posted an Instagram story on Sunday the 20th, just yesterday on Easter. I've shown you the chaos. Now it's time to connect the dots. Even on Easter, this man is
after
feeding the story.
Easter brunch, they're filming.
Filming part 12 after brunch.
So let's watch part 12.
That's Easter brunch.
Are you judging them for having Mexican food at Easter brunch? What do you want them to eat? A fucking ham? Not everyone wants to eat ham.
Yeah, ham. I had to eat ham, except I didn't eat it.
I got tacos.
Why is ham a thing?
It needs to not be a thing.
It's horrible. I hate ham.
And you ate it?
No, Josh's dad was nice. He made me a little piece of chicken because I saw the ham and I was like, I can't do ham, Joe.
So you made him make you a piece of chicken?
No, he offered to. I was just like, I'm good. I don't need anything. Like, there was salad there and I'll eat a potato, but he made me a chicken. It was very nice.
Hell yeah.
But anyway, I honestly wish I was at their Easter brunch. That looks a lot better than the ham.
I was going to say, I made tacos yesterday, so,
which kind of tacos?
Carne asada.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
It felt pretty Eastery to me.
All right, part 12.
Oh, wow. We've got some green screen effects going on.
Oh, I thought he was actually on a plane. I'm like, this bitch is filming on a plane.
But it's completely empty. And how long has it been since you've seen a plane that has like the little towel,
correct,
silk on top? Or is that just first class? Is that what it looks like?
No.
What is that?
I don't fucking know. Who cares? It's a towel on a plane seat.
It's just a green screen.
But I am telling you right now,
that
motherfucker back there is not real.
Yeah. Maria's mom is now saying, I'm an alien. Anyways,
damn, his mommy.
This entire
her mommy.
Me, Maria, and Brian Dale. Brian Dale, married at the time. Maria, sleeping with him anyways. And then there's me. Here's what people aren't understanding. Maria asked us both to get her pregnant. Sperm donors. Both of us. But she told me that I was the only one. And that wasn't true. Obviously. She got pregnant in June 2021, and during that window when she conceived, I wasn't even around. Brian seemed to be. So the question is, did he know the truth the entire time and keep quiet?
Interesting.
Or did she lie to him too? And that's how this started. One lie that turned into a full-blown web. Amanda's next. Maria's best friend for years. Her husband Julian was connected to Brian, Maria's actual baby daddy, right around the time she got pregnant. We know that at a minimum, Brian sold Julian, Amanda's husband, a boat. We think that they were friends, and we know that their connection overlapped the same time frame that Maria's hiding who got her pregnant. And we think they kept Maria's secret. Maybe Brian's too. But it didn't stop at silence and secret keeping, because once we started speaking out, they really turned on us.
Oh.
Amanda began harassing Hadley online. Julian was threatening me directly. And it escalated to a point where we've now pressed criminal charges against both of them. Maria's former best friend is next. They were really close until she started dating Brian. And just like that, Maria flipped. Maria started messaging her ex-husband. She tried to help him take her kids away from her. All because she was dating the guy that Maria had been lying about for years. And while they're together, we believe that Brian told her the truth, that Maria had asked him to be a sperm donor. Here's another connection. I'm not sure if it means anything yet, but I'm going to mention it anyways. Maria's former best friend, she was last year's Mardi Gras queen.
My God, stop. Now we have, not do we do
God damn it, I'm so
pageant queen. Now we have,
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras queen.
Mardi Gras.
Is it Michelle? Was also a Mardi Gras queen?
Dun, 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 dun.
God, this is like so confusing now. I'm so bad with names. I can't keep track of any of this.
No, I think it all now is like, it makes sense because with like that Brian Dale guy.
So I was going to say he is the owner of that shop.
No, Julian is. Julian and Amanda are.
No, but they co-own it with Brian. Didn't we determine that last week? And that's why they're worried that if he was cheating, that they would go down for that.
You're right.
Yep.
You're right. It's coming back to me. Very good work, Kendall. Very good investigative work.
Thank you. This is stored well in my brain, apparently.
X, stay with me, is the current queen. This isn't just a title that they hand out to anyone. This is a prestigious title, and it means a lot in our small town.
Oh,
and
okay.
We heard that this year Maria had been trying to be the queen herself. Maybe some last time bullshit. Maybe.
She's trying to be the queen herself. Maria would want to be the fucking queen.
Fucking ridiculous.
Is something else? I don't know. I'm sure women have a better perspective on this. Which brings us to this part of the web. Maria's boyfriend. Maria started dating Ryan around the same time I started dating Hadley. She told me that Hadley couldn't be around the kid, while some guy that I've never met was around the kid constantly.
Of course.
Total control freak shit, but that's just Maria. Michelle, Maria's cousin, is next. You've seen the videos.
Here's her paparazzi pics.
She spread. She didn't just defend Maria, she made it personal. She tried to get me and my girlfriend canceled, that's why she's here. Hadley's ex is next. Maria started commenting on photos of their kids, trying to get close to his family. Same pattern as her former best friend. It's fucking weird. And the former best friend is the one who completes this web. Because after all of this, but before I found out the truth from the DNA test, Maria's former best friend got pregnant by Brian.
I gotta hear this.
He had his first kid with his ex. He got Maria pregnant in 2021 and Maria's former best friend in 2023. Brian was also hanging out with Maria in 2022. So we know that he knows at a minimum that Maria had a baby 9 months after sleeping with him. So here we are. I think almost every piece is in place, but there's still some things that aren't adding up to me. If Maria cared enough about Brian to try and ruin her best friend's life because she dated him, and she went to him immediately after I got a DNA test, why even involve me in the first place? If she was just trying to extort me for money, how many people knew about it and said nothing? I mean, I have some great friends, but no one I'd be willing to send death threats to and risk jail time. And sorry to all my cousins out there, but I'm not going to publicly harass anyone over your lies either. Even Brian's ex, I felt bad for her because we thought that he cheated on her. And she's now in my comments calling me a clout chaser and a liar.
Not the clout chaser.
Because she's claiming Julian and Brian have no relation to each other. I don't know about you guys, but this post looks like Julian and Brian have some relations to me. Just maybe. I don't know. So my question is, why are all of these people so dead set on silencing me? And why are they protecting each other? Because it seems to me that they've all really done each other wrong here. And then Amanda just said this, that I was so close to the truth. Poor guy. What does that even mean? Small towns.
She's like, I almost figured us out, but not quite.
Years of silence is telling. We're in real time now. Hadley and I have gotten it this far, but we still have those questions I just asked, and we can't figure them out. I'm going to take y'all over what happened in court next, and hopefully we have some mugshots soon. But I really think y'all can help me figure all this out.
Shit.
Fuck, now I'm kind of interested again.
I know, now I'm more in. That one was juicier. 11 was kind of boring and confusing.
Yeah.
12 was a little more interesting.
He was more organized in 12.
Well, guys, what do you think? How many parts? I want everyone to guess. Let's all put in a bet how many parts this is going to be.
What part? That was 12. I'm going 15.
I'm going to say 17. Final answer.
I'm going 14.
14?
I'm going to go 19.
All right. Karelly's going for the moon. We'll see.
All right. Great. Very intriguing. But I will say he needs to fucking step up with the graphics. Get a whiteboard out and start drawing things because you're losing me.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
This would have been a great opportunity for him to have. Have you ever seen people have those? What are the boards where they're using? I think it's Procreate.
Yeah.
They're doing like
that's what he should be doing.
Yeah. Hire an artist. Like make this a little more visually pleasing. It's like kind of going over my head.
Agreed.
Well, it's too many people. When there are too many peoples in a situation,
too many peoples,
I'm lost in the beat.
I'm out. Agreed.
All right, guys, moving into the real highlight of the show, the cotton candy pickle. This is the real cotton candy pickle from the TikTok shop from Queen Gringas. And, it's also rim dips and candies. Rim dips.
I love a rim dip.
For drinks and stuff. Yeah. But this is their official pickle kit. And this has the cotton candy stuff. If you remember last time, I was like, I remember there was a cotton candy roll-up and the pickle itself was cotton candy.
Right.
I didn't imagine it. This does really exist. Now, I've got a little, I don't know, this company is interesting. I want to know how these shops are selling things like this. These are the cotton candy. Oh, this is the actual pickle. Where's like the...
An actual pickle is crazy.
I know. Okay, so the fruit roll-up, for example. Okay, interesting. And then this is this the... Oh, this is micheladas. Did it not come with the gushers? Oh, here they are. The gushers. So I bought myself a whole bag of the gushers for my birthday. And I'm eating them and I'm looking at their nutrition facts. And this is a 10-ounce bag of cotton candy gushers. Okay? And it says 350 calories for the bag. I'm like, there's no way. I really hope that's true because I will order more if that's true. Because you could eat this over like 7 nights. Oh. I mean, there are so many in this bag. Mm-hmm. And so I reach out to them and I'm like, hey, I think these nutrition facts, are they accurate? This is a little sus to me. And they're like, yes. And check out the General Mills website for proof. So I was like, okay, I'll go look at it. And I did the math for 10 ounces of gushers alone without the cotton candy on there. And it's like well over 1,000.
Right.
Like at least 900 just for that. Plus you're adding this sugar on top of it.
So they're claiming... Okay.
So they admitted, they were like, oh, we need to update them. Thanks for making us aware. So I'm very confused about how these TikTok shops can just sell. I guess it's kind of, people do those on Etsy too. Like but how are they selling?
I don't know.
Gushers.
I don't know.
I was telling Josh about it last night and he's like, are they not getting a cease and desist?
Yeah, I don't know how that works, to be honest.
They're just straight real gushers and real fruit. Like they are selling fruit roll-ups.
Yeah.
Are they advertised as gushers on the website?
Yeah, but I still don't think you can sell other people's products.
I think if you rename it, I think that's like...
But because this is
they've
just
altered them enough.
This is just a regular fruit roll-up, but you have to cotton candyify it.
These are so good.
For me,
I wish it was 350 calories for 10 ounces of these because, damn, I would have them all the time.
Yeah, they're fucking good.
They're really good. Okay, so great products from them, I will say.
This is actually really funny. On the pickle bag, it says, all items are handmade by myself. Pickle is marinated in our homemade pickle kits.
Wow.
Okay, here's something that's really interesting too, Sid. This pickle, 350 calories even.
Yeah.
So is every product of theirs 350? They just are like 350.
But look at the bag.
Does it say 350 on that one too?
350.
So did their fruit roll-up bag too. I saw
that. The
bag
says it too.
The bag is 450, which is automatically incorrect.
Oh my gosh. They're wild for this. It's because these two alone are 700.
Yeah.
But there's only 450 in this whole... Okay, so they might need to clean up their act a little bit with the nutrition facts. It does matter. Oh, but this one has cotton candy nerd gummy clusters. I'm excited. Okay, let me make this. I don't want to bore everyone with my pickle obsession.
Can we cut it in half, though? Because I can't eat the same pickle as you.
Yeah, Janelle's too sick.
I just don't want to get you a cold.
Well, maybe that's the really cool way to eat it. Like, think about it. Every time we see people doing these cotton candy or these pickle videos on TikTok, they're always taking the giant bite from the top. But maybe the real key is cutting the inside, so you're getting like, it looks like a sandwich almost.
Yeah.
Can I get a little bowl to dump the pickle juice in?
Just one?
Yeah. This is very interesting, though, because the last one is blue raspberry.
Does it smell like cotton candy?
More so than the blue raspberry did. But the pickle scent is just so strong.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a pickle. Does it have directions on how to make it, or are we just freeballing this?
No.
Now that we're pros.
Now that we're pros, we don't need directions.
I did wear a white shirt, but I've got a jean jacket, so I'm going to button it up. Pour in the juice. Less juice in this one.
Oh, there's like hardly any juice at all. Taste it.
Okay.
I'm not tasting it.
What? You don't want to do this experience with me?
You just had the reaction.
No, it was, that's not good. Wait, no. I was going to make it and then we cut it in half. Nope. I guess we're doing it this way. Oh, that's kind of fun, though, because then we can each make our own.
Thank you.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so you're going to haul yours out?
Yep.
Oh, it is kind of pretty. Check this out. The coloring.
Looks like a flashlight.
It looks less blue than the other one, too. This looks a little more naturally derived. All right. Dissecting.
Ugh.
It seems like that stuff comes out pretty easy in the middle.
It does, Sydney. Good observation.
It's not too. It's too.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Maybe it's because
marinated.
it's just been like, yeah, right. So you get just the skin. This always reminds me of in Knocked Up when he's like, he who hollowed out a penis and put it on.
I saw that movie once.
You did? Do you remember that part?
Nope.
He's like, you thought I was wearing a condom?
That's your favorite movie of all time, right?
All time. I've seen that movie probably close to 20 times.
I love that for you. That's awesome.
I truly love it. I love Seth. And also, guys, The Studio is such a good show. I almost think you would like that better than White Lotus. That's my recommendation. There is nothing stressful in it. It is purely just funny and entertaining.
Okay.
Give your man Seth. You like Seth.
I love Seth. Who doesn't like Seth?
It's so good, dude. It's so non-serious and just fun.
I love non-serious.
Has a serious message. Well, serious for Hollywood, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we have to have the tradition of trying the inside.
Oh, whoa, Kendall, look. That's the cotton candy roll up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Got it.
Isn't that good? Look at all that stuff. Isn't that bomb?
Have you had one?
Mm-hmm.
And it's good? Can I just try it right now?
Yes. I highly recommend, in fact. Take off a little roll and then like kind of roll it up into your, like, no, other way. So the cotton candy's in there. Roll it on up.
Oh my God.
I really hope they don't get busted by fruit roll-ups for this if this is a problem.
Holy shit.
Is that not amazing? That's why I was like, please, God, let these be 350 calories a bag.
Holy shit.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Okay, you got to try some of the inside of the pickle. I want to know if you taste cotton candy.
This is like the best thing I've ever had in my life.
Right, I'm telling you. That's why I was so serious to reach out to them, because I was like devastated by realizing this was
devastated. Okay. What are we doing inside?
Yeah. Do you taste any cotton candy?
No.
Zero. Absolutely none.
Oh, I hate it so much.
Mm-hmm. It's very green.
Okay.
Okay, so I think our first step should be, I think last step will be rolling it up, right?
Whatever you want, boo.
Okay, we're going to follow my method today. So you're going to stick a couple gushers in there. Or, yeah.
You're the expert on this. I'm following you. Then there's also this crap, too.
Yeah,
Blue
what
goo.
is that crap?
Blue goo.
Blue goo.
Cotton candy.
Oh, I really want to try one of the nerd ones, though. Oh, look at that. Oh, my God. Now that is special. Excellent. Excellent.
Oh, my God.
I know. All right, so drop.
I'm like getting emotional.
I think put it in the gushers with the nerd gummies at the same time so that they're evenly dispersed. Take one of these, put like 3 in there. 3 of each.
Ew, that's not good. That tastes like NyQuil.
We need to leave some of these for Karelly and Sydney to taste.
Okay.
They're very good.
I think that blue stuff is like the chamoy of this
Yeah.
cotton candy bag.
Now let's get some of that. Oh, I thought this was the salsketti, but no. Theirs is cotton candy squinkles?
Squinkles.
Is that a type of candy? Squinkles?
It's the same thing as the little
Is that how you
spaghetti.
pronounce it, though?
The salsketti?
It's squinkles.
That's what I thought.
Salsasketti? What is it?
Yeah, it's like the salsa spaghetti.
Swinkles. Okay.
No.
What is it?
So swinkless.
Swinkles?
No, squinkles.
Squinklies. Sorry, my... Okay, this is never going to happen for me. We're moving on from that. Okay, now Takis.
Blue Takis at that.
God, you're being like a dictator about my pickling.
Well, this is serious business. Pickle dictator. All right. Oh, these Takis are smaller. These are the blue ones. Should we try one on their own? Yeah, okay, you're already doing it. I've never had one of these. So now would be, what is this? Oh, wet wipes. Thanks, guys. What is this one for?
I think that's just like for funsies. I don't need that one, though.
Yeah, that's not part of this. This, okay, so into it, you think? Or maybe that'll be like the final topping. First, we need to put some of this on there. There is a method to this pickling hobby.
This is sick. Last time we did this, I almost threw up like an hour later. I was enjoying it for a second, and it got sick.
We'll see how this one is.
I hope it's as good as you hope it is.
Thank you. I hope so too. That's all I really want. All right. There we go. So see, now she's wrapped, ready to roar like Katy Perry.
Mm-hmm. Blue Takis are kind of good, actually.
Yeah, they are a little good. It's kind of, when you have like a sweetness on your tongue too, from these. Good combos. Okay. Maybe put one more in there, like this. So now that we have it pretty much fully assembled, it's time for the sauce.
If this
And you
doesn't
said the sauce
immediately
is really
clear my
bad?
sinuses, I'm gonna be pissed.
You ready for the sauce? I actually like this sauce.
I don't think I really like it.
Mm.
I don't want any.
You're not going to drizzle it on?
No thanks.
Okay.
I haven't tried it.
All right, you do you. And then, you pour... I think the sauce is to, like, make more of the stuff sit on there, right?
Sure.
Like this.
It's better be good, Kendall.
It really better. Are you ready? What is our show? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
It tastes the same as last time's.
Really? Oh, I think it tastes so much better. I love it. I really think it's
Hate
good.
it. Ugh.
Hate?
Yeah, I really hate.
Like loathe
Wow.
entirely.
You think it's because you're just sick?
I don't know. Maybe it's disgusting. But spit it out.
Damn. I think it's good. Well, happy birthday to me.
The pickle.
I like it.
That is so
That's all that matters.
depressing.
We can. No, you like
32,
the
this
other
is what
one
it
though.
looks like.
Yeah, that one was good. This one's just not it.
Is it? Do you think this one's
You're
too
ruining
sweet?
a perfectly good fruit roll up. Like, get the fucking pickle out of here. I'm so done with the pickle. This shit is so good.
You guys want to come taste mine?
They put
Is
a
anyone
rotten
brave
ass
enough?
fucking pickle in it, and they're like, "Oh, so good."
I can't try it just for like, just because.
Come on,
we've done it
Karelly.
all. You know what I mean? Like,
You don't want to have
do you
FOMO.
want a bite? I'm getting FOMO. I would have FOMO.
I think you're going to like it.
I think I'm done with the whole thing.
Really.
I'm
That's
just like,
it for you.
I think that's it. I think that's gonna be my last pickle journey. I've done 3 now, and I think I'm done.
Okay.
It really stinks over here, guys.
I don't like
Does
it.
it?
It really stinks.
Mm.
Hmm.
Well, maybe I'm just a freak. Let me see.
Would you
A
eat
little-
this again on your free time, Kendall?
What's underneath you? No, not on my... I never just buy this for a funsy night in.
No.
It does taste like last week's.
And
I'm just like-
last week's pickle.
I'm over it.
I will say, you know, my hands are disgusting. I need to wash them.
I'm just embracing that.
The toppings are better, but the gist of it is the same.
Tried one of these, probably.
Sydney, you don't want to try this?
No,
I can't
no.
convince you.
No,
All right.
no, I'm good.
More pickle for me.
So you wouldn't eat this on your own, but you would eat the pickle fruit roll up for fun on your own. As a 32-year-old lady. That's me, baby.
No.
You should give this to Holly and see what she thinks.
Oh, I did. I gave her some.
No, like the pickle.
That would be fun. It'd be a mess.
Shocker system.
She'd be like, what is this? She doesn't like spicy.
Minus the Takis.
Mm-hmm.
But she likes pickles.
Disappointing.
Disappointing.
Are you
disappointed? No. Now you're not having as much fun with it.
No, it's
You
okay.
Don't
I'm
let
just-
me ruin your spark.
No, I mean, it's good.
No, Kendall's sad. Bug, your birthday's ruined.
Yeah, thanks for ruining my birthday.
What did I ruin it for?
Just by not encouraging me
I was
to live my dream.
She really wanted you to like it.
Yeah, I wanted you to have fun with me, but you were just sad.
I was having fun. I've just done 3 of these, and all of them are
You're pickled out.
I'm pickled out.
I get it. You're pickled out.
If
I
I'm-
think I'm pickled out too. This was
and,
the
like,
last
I'm
one.
sick of
and I'm
it.
not going to finish this.
My tummy hurts.
I want a good pickle. I want a boar's head. Do we have any fucking boar's head in here?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because I'm sick of having bad pickles.
Well, pickles from a bag aren't really.
Yeah, and normally I'm just against bag pickles in general, so I've just been so curious about this whole thing.
I understand. That's how I started it.
You know?
I will say, like, again, the toppings are fantastic. These little
toppings
shits,
are
amazing.
Yeah, I know, right? Are you guys like those? What do you think?
Yeah. Which one
really
do you like
good.
better? The gusher or the nerd?
I think I might like the nerd better.
I like the nerd better too.
It's good.
Guys, next
I love
time
nerds.
Next time I go to Bussies, I will have to get you guys the or next time anybody goes to
Here, you
Bussies,
should.
we got to get those cotton candy pops.
What's it called? Bussies?
Bucky's.
Bucky. Oh, right. Duh. I was like, ooh, I want to go to Bussies. Bussies.
Cotton candy pops? Yeah, that sounds fire.
Yeah.
I want one of those.
Yeah, those sound bomb. People were leaving all types of comments last week about things they get at Bucky's. Sounds like we need to
we
be
should
making a trip
Bucky's.
there.
We need a Bucky's taste test.
What if we could do like a podcast where we just drive there?
We could literally do that.
Let's
It's-
literally do it then.
It's like this. It's like the length of a
fun.
podcast.
This is a good part, right?
We can-
get down with this.
We can take the sesh on the road.
Sesh on the road. What do you guys think? Sesh on the road?
I'll drive.
Sesh to Bucky's. Oh, by the way, the last time we did this, I came home and like was like, Holly, mommy's tongue is blue. And then I did like a
Yeah.
She looked like terrified. Like she was very bothered, but she backed away from me and then kept telling me I need to go brush my teeth. And I did brush my teeth and it still wasn't going away. So when I was putting her to bed that night, she kept like looking up at my tongue, which is like, she was creeped by it.
Yeah, because it's creepy.
And I thought she was going to be like, oh, mommy's tongue is blue. She was like,
the fuck? Mommy has a
go,
disease.
you need to go take care of that now.
She's like, don't come back to me until that's gone.
Yep.
Wait, you should record it when you go home today.
Yeah, I should.
Her again.
I should. I'll record it for you guys. Well, I mean, she's going to have to look at me. I am her mother.
Put a bag over your head.
Could we end today with like a funny clip that I found?
Sure.
Roll the cat clip.
Oh, boy.
I need people to see this.
Kendall
Does this
is,
freak you out as much?
It's so freaky.
What is going on here?
I think it's like, I have guesses.
Okay.
You have guesses of what's
I
happening?
want to hear your guesses.
Well, I have to watch it first.
This is so creepy. Almost like disassociates what's happening. Yeah, look at his eyes. Just dumps it on and leaves. Dude, the cat's face is like,
What
whoa.
the fuck just happened to me?
So my theory is that either has some weird fetish,
Probably a good theory.
or he loves the cat and like was trying to be like a mom cat to it and like lick
Well,
it.
yeah, probably. And I've seen people do that with their own cats.
Really?
Licking?
Yeah,
Like,
I remember
actually
there was
licking?
like there was someone on TikTok that was doing it.
There was a
But
product.
weren't we I feel like we talked about that on this show at some point. Someone licking their cat.
God, we'll really talk about anything.
Absolutely will.
Christ.
Absolutely will.
That's
But yeah, he's clearly trying to be mama cat.
I know there's like a product that you put on your tongue or like on your fingers that you
Yes.
like imitate tongues.
Yeah, you can
That's
wear a little
creepy.
like tongue to
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Well, it's good for like kittens. I wish I had that
It's
when
like
Lily
bonding.
was like 5 weeks old.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to be your mom. I thought about licking her.
So it looks like he was like a reincarnated into a human. He should have been cat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is. That cat did look shocked though. Imagine like reviewing that footage though. Like, wow, okay. He's licking my cat.
I would be fucking pissed.
Yeah. If I saw someone pick up Lily and start licking her.
No, I would be fucking pissed.
Yeah, I'd be really pissed.
The
I'm
only-
sure they called Amazon. That is so bizarre.
The only person that gets to lick is your owner.
That is exactly right. And it's also really shocking that he would have the balls just to do that because it is a cat, especially a cat that you don't know.
Yeah.
And cats are very unpredictable. Just picking one up and trying to lick it. Imagine if that cat freaked out and like scratched the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Could have scratched his eye.
Yeah. That
Especially
guy's
because his
a-
eyes were like wide open during it. He's like, love that.
Cian! If I licked him, he'd be pissed. I just got lipstick on him though. Sorry, pal. Well, thank you for showing that, Kendall. Thank you for bringing the pickle back again for another week. And
I'm here to entertain.
maybe we'll try another pickle a different time.
Maybe.
I'm done with the pickles actually.
Yeah.
But I'll hit me with
Maybe
like,
on my
some
birthday
other
again
type of
next year, though. They have a bubblegum pickle.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You would do anything for me, right? If I
Yeah.
really if that was my only birthday wish
Yes.
from you.
Yes. Yes.
Isn't bubblegum?
Yes, I would.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'll eat a fucking stupid ass bubblegum pickle for you.
Wouldn't
No, I don't want
bubblegum
that
and
one. That
cotton
sounds
candy be
gross.
the same?
Probably.
No, bubblegum tastes like bubblegum. Cotton candy tastes like cotton candy.
Mm. You know what? Sydney, I think you should reach out to them on your account and ask them about the calories
Oh
and be
my
like,
God.
hey, the calories in here are a little different. What's going on? Because I'm curious if they'll like pretend they don't know.
Probably. You don't ever be like, yeah, we've been getting complaints.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Yeah. Or but what if they're like, oh, okay, well we're in the process of changing it.
Thanks to Kendall Ray.
They're like, yeah, we saw that the Kendall Ray reached out.
I really did spend a lot of time like adding it up. More time than I should have.
Wait, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key. Okay, that is going to be it. We need to go brush our teeth and clean
Yeah.
our blue mouths.
Yes, we do. I need to watch.
Looks like we just sucked off a Smurf. Love you guys. We'll see you in the next session. Till then,
Keep it fresh.